Hey everybody, it's Christina from Redefine Creative, and I am so excited to be sharing a process video with you for a double page layout. And so I'm probably going to end up working off the screen a little bit during the video. I'm just going to warn you because double page layouts are kind of a little more challenging to film. And I don't do them super often for filming for that reason. But this month, I am so excited because the Secret Not Secret Kit Club is partnering up with our friends at PageMaps. And this is the 2-page sketch for the month of June that I was assigned to kind of play around with. And I love double page layouts. Like, that used to be all I did. And I love adding little elements to kind of make the 2 pages coordinate. So I'm starting with a white cardstock background, and rather than a big pattern paper layer behind those 2 horizontal photos like in the sketch, I'm going to use a cut file for that layer. And so I have this black cut file that has all these like boxes that are connected with lines, and this was part of the Creative Cuts Club for the month of March. And so I'm going to use that as that layer because I thought that it worked really well with my photos. So I kind of have this black and gray and red and a little bit of blue color scheme going on. So all of these pictures came from a vacation we took where we took the boys to the place called Ridemakerz. And if you don't have one of those near you, they used to be a lot more widespread than they are now. But basically it's a place kind of like Build-A-Bear for boys where you can go in and you get to build a remote control car. And so you put all the pieces together, you can customize it, you pick out all the things, and then you get to race it at the end and take it home with you, of course. But you kind of get to race it around the store and they help you build it and do all the fun things. And it's got headlights, like it's got all the bells and whistles. It's so cool. And so I had really wanted to take the boys there to do that. And finally, when we were on vacation, we found a place that was still open. And so we got to do it, and it was awesome. So these are all kind of pictures from that adventure. So it's pictures of them making their cars and then racing their cars at the end. And so it was a great event to use this sketch for because I have a lot of pictures. So far I've got this kind of black and blue border going through the middle of the entire 2-page layout. And then I'm going to have that large block of red, and you can't really tell from where it is right now, but that red extends across the middle of the 2-page layout. So you're going to get a little strip of the red on the right-hand page, and then the rest of it will be on the left. And in the close-ups at the end, I kind of show you the 2 pages separately so you can get an idea of where I connected them. But when I'm working on a 2-page layout, I often do the same thing that I do with the Traveler's Notebook spread, where I kind of connect my 2 pieces together and then look at the whole thing like it's a giant scrapbook page. So it's like 24 by 12. So I'm making sure that I have coordinating elements on both sides of the layout because I want it to flow really well. So I added these little pops of this black and white kind of diagonal striped geometric pattern paper. And I put one over the top of the blue and one below the blue. And then I have this stencil with hexagons that I am going to use to add just a little bit of inking detail. And then I also grabbed some gray pattern paper and did some circle punches. Because in the sketch there were 3 areas that kind of had circular elements to them. So I'm going to use those gray circles to kind of tuck in and build my embellishment clusters. It works out perfectly because it kind of reminds me of the tires and that kind of thing in my pictures. So I went ahead and took this stamp set from Wild Whisper Designs that has a license plate and then like the license plate type letters. And I spelled out Ridemakerz, which is the name of the place where we went. And because it was an extra long word, it wasn't going to fit on that license plate like the way you would normally see on a license plate. So I kind of made mine a little bit different and put it on some dimensional adhesive. So it's diagonal and I really like how it looks, and that's going to end up being my title element. So then I have my 3 kind of embellishment clusters to worry about. And this is where I kind of fail a little bit in the video with showing you what I'm doing on both sides, and I apologize for that. But, you know, So I have 3 little die cuts that I had pulled out of, I think it was like a Bella Boulevard camping set. But they were things that kind of worked. Like there's one that says there's no app for this, or adventure, think outside, no box required, and I thought that was kind of cool. And then I found this little circle that says Big Day in Amy Tangerine, and this is Picnic in the Park, which is her latest collection. It also has that little red sticker that says Family Fun. And the reds that I am using are a little bit different. So my inking red and my other red are a little bit different. They look a lot more different on screen than they actually are in real life. Like in real life, they're just a little bit different. But on screen, for some reason, the ink looks way more pink than what it does in real life. So I'm just adding to my 3 little clusters any kind of details that I kind of want throughout. I have that little banner I just added that says yes please, and these are all from that Amy Tangerine Picnic in the Park. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab some Vicky Bouton puffy stickers. So I am just mixing all the collections here. And I want to use a bunch of these little circles in each of my clusters. And then there's those tiny little circles across the top that have stars in the centers. And I'm going to add a bunch of those to my clusters as well. I'm also going to come back and do just a little bit of like doodling detail. So one of the things in our Secret Not Secret Kit Club party this month that we talked about was doing some doodling. So I'm just going to add some little like plus signs with black pen to each of my clusters. And then I'm going to come in with a little bit thicker black pen and just add a few little dots. So I love that idea of kind of adding some doodling to my mixed media. It was also something that I did in my live video for the party this month. So if you are in the Secret Not Secret Kit Club, make sure you go back and watch that video if you want to see a little bit more doodling. Do make sure that you check out everyone else from the Secret Not Secret Kit Club who is sharing a PageMaps layout or video today. We all played with different sketches for the month of June, so you will be able to get some ideas for how to use all of the brand new sketches that PageMaps has. And I hope to see you back here again really soon. Get creative, use a sketch, find some inspiration that gets you creating. It is super, super important, and I would love to see what you make. Bye!